Hey everyone, Bruce here. Do you find yourself needing to make an effort to stay balanced in this hobby of watch collecting? I know we all aspire to having a balanced watch collection, one with variety, one with value, one with validity. But I've known some watch enthusiasts that become a bit obsessed with watches as they navigate their collecting journey. And there is a line I feel we need to toe in order to keep this hobby healthful and not harmful. But let me be clear, I love watches. I think the pursuit of a balanced watch collection is great, just as long as you are balanced yourself in that pursuit. Maybe you don't need to take inventory of yourself and your horological related habits. Perhaps you haven't delved deeply enough yet for this interest to morph into an obsession. But us fans, we don't talk enough of the time we consume in our watch pursuits, and perhaps we should do that more often. If you don't mind, privately answer the following questions. How many of these apply to you? 1. Do you spend more than 2 hours per day consuming watch content via YouTube, Instagram, forums, groups, news sites, live streams, etc.? How much time are you spending on trinkets that tell you the time? 2. Are your most significant personal assets watches? 3. Are you still paying off recent watch pickups purchased on credit? 4. Do you neglect spending time with family or friends and place that effort into pursuing more of this hobby? 5. Do you ever get watch burnout? You've been cycling either through watches or watch content to such a degree that watches in general become slightly unappealing. Nothing sticks out, and you think, hey, I might be done. 6. Do you feel stress or frustration when you scratch one of your watches? I know we all do to a degree, but does that feeling linger? Does it bother you enough to send that model in for a refinish or a repolish, or to purchase protective stickers to place on your luxury watches before you wear them again? 7. Do you low-key wrist check those around you and then silently judge them on their watch taste or their lack thereof? And then this last one, it's slightly comical to think about, but I think it is on point. 8. If a quote-unquote normal person saw the entirety of your watch collection or your watch strap collection, or saw how many hours a day you spend researching or talking watches, or how much money relative to your income you spend on watches, would they understand with them, being into hobbies themselves, or would they think that you have issues? Often us watch nuts, we commiserate with each other. We do this because we relate to each other, and generally that is a positive thing. But we also need to be wary of being instigators or enablers to those of us that tend to be a little extra and go full send when we begin a hobby. I would like to reiterate that a majority of us in this hobby, and a majority of you watching this video right now, you are doing great. We have our love in check. We have decent balance in our life. We are adjusted. We are successful. This is still a hobby and not an obsession. Now, I love watches. I love learning about watches. I love trying out watches. I love filming and presenting watches. And I also love meeting fellow watch enthusiasts. But I think that some self-reflection and possible adjustment from time to time is just a good thing. It brings in some perspective on what is really important in our life, which to me and in my life, it's my relationships with loved ones. And it is not the emotional connection that I feel to a piece of artful mechanical jewelry that tells me the time, as fun as that may be. So, to cap off this ramble, allow me to share some of my own tips for keeping my hobby fun and not an unhealthful obsession. I hope the reasoning will be self-evident, and I do recognize that not everyone will agree, but my intention is to share what works for me and not to offend you. Number 1, keep the amount of time you spend consuming watches or watch content in check. Hopefully this is not your only hobby and that you find equal or more fun in doing other things. 2, make sure your watch collection is not your biggest asset. Make sure you are responsibly saving money, investing money, and preparing for your future and any of your dependents' futures. 3. Never finance a watch. If you can't pay up front, you shouldn't be buying that watch. Wait until it is not a financial strain to buy. Watches should never be a financial strain. They are just not worth going into debt for. 4. Spend time with your family, your friends, your loved ones. Talk watches with them from time to time. You may find a fellow watch fan. I'm a father myself of young children, and I've made it a habit to drop what I am doing when any of them come to ask me for help, to talk, to want to play a game, or whatever the case may be. I can take a break from filming, researching, editing, posting, etc. for my family and for my friends. I think watches can always wait. 5. Wear your watches. Use them, scratch them, service them, flip them, gift them. Keep them from becoming safe queens. Unless you have the Paul Newman Daytona or something else ridiculously valued or collectible, wear those luxury watches. Enjoy those luxury watches. 6. Exercise patience. Mull over a potential watch purchase or a collection change. If you still feel good about it after a certain amount of time, then pull the trigger. Make that change. Essentially, be methodical and not impulsive. Now, lastly, 7. Have an end game or an end plan for your watch collection. Don't leave this life with a bunch of time and money put into watches. Chances are your loved ones are not going to be into horology, and they are the ones that will be dealing with a couple dozen or more odd timepieces when you pass. So make a plan. This point alone will be a separate future video of mine. I can't fit all of the points into one little section. Now, just in closing, if anything, I hope this ramble about obsession, collection, and ways and means has been enjoyable for you to watch or to listen to. I hope that it has triggered a sense of reflection in you. I hope that if adjustment is needed, that you make it quickly and comfortably, and I hope you always keep balance in this lovely hobby. I hope you enjoy yourself as much as possible. I wish you health and happiness, so thank you for watching. I really appreciate the support. Reach out with any subject or review request. I'll see what I can do. Cheers, everyone.